Hello, everybody. My name is Asa. I am the marketing coordinator and product marketer for GoZone Wi-Fi, and I am joined today by my lovely colleague, Shelly. Shelly, hey there.
Hey folks, Shelly Parker here, Regional Manager over Channel Partnerships for GoZone. Happy to be here with you today.
Yep. And both of us today will be talking about our newest and most recent solution for our smart Wi-Fi users, which is our touchless menu feature. Safe, contactless Wi-Fi menu display. So really excited about this feature. So without further ado, let's go ahead and So what exactly is Touchless Menu? So Touchless Menu is a contactless menu solutions for many brick-and-mortar businesses. Some of the three key aspects of Touchless Menu for the venues is a safe and sanitary use. So during this COVID-19 time, one of the things that many brick-and-mortar venues are looking to do is to have some sort of solution that's going to help limit that need of touch between customers, workers, and those sort of products. So what Touchless Menu does is help limit that need of touch by creating digital versions of a venue's typical physical menu. So that's going to help promote that safe and sanitary atmosphere. It's going to limit the need of workers even having to hand out physical disposable menus, and it's going to allow guests to view a digital version right on their phone, which we'll look more at momentarily how that works. Eco-friendly. So, that's also a very important topic as well. By creating a digital version of these menus, what that is going to do also for the brick and mortar venue is it's going to limit the need of the use of paper materials. Just as a lot of places are looking to go to the disposable menu, they won't have to look at they won't have a need for that at all once we go to a digital version of that menu. And also is going to save on those printing costs. So going disposable, that's going to require a lot of consistent cost for those disposable menus. Venues will be able to take that out entirely by going to a pure digital version of their menu. And then finally, easy to use. So we'll be looking at that more, but with our drag and drop builder, our touchless menu feature is very simple to create. So we have menu snippets already built out for users to just simply drag and drop and input their menu information, or they can even choose to upload a JPEG or PNG version of their menu, it all in a matter of seconds or minutes. And there they'll have their creation that they can update on the fly and continually present to their guests through their Wi-Fi network. So adding value to the Meraki reseller, Shelly, I'll go ahead and let you, take over this part. I feel like you got the best knowledge on this in regards to touchless menu.
Sure, thanks. So this absolutely adds value to our Meraki resellers. This is definitely a relevant solution that is solving current problems for those that are in the restaurant hospitality industry and some of those that are really starting to get back to business as usual earlier than others. They've had to implement guidelines and some restrictions, and so this is a solution that is definitely addressing some of those guidelines. And obviously Asa covered some of the benefits of having this as an end user, but as you, the partner, this is something that you can certainly look at as a prospecting tool. I mean, it opens the conversation up. It's not, calling those customers and talking about another switch or another router or hardware. It's, let me talk to you about a problem that we can solve right now that you might be facing. And so it's definitely something we want you to consider as a prospecting tool. When you sell GoZone in general, you will see more hardware pull through. In some cases, customers might have infrastructure completely set up and everything good to go, but in a lot of instances, what we see is that additional hardware is needed. So that's something to keep in mind, as a reseller as well. And this certainly allows you to reach new lines of business. While, the touchless menu, I think, really anyone from a general manager just your big folks that own these franchises and some of your bigger restaurant organizations, there's a mix of folks that you speak with. IT is typically who the buyer is for us, but this is a product that reaches the marketing teams as well. And as we talk about a couple of other verticals, we may even meet the needs for operations. So you do find those new lines of business, and the new lines of business are obviously going to bring new lines of budget as well.
Yes, thank you for that, Shelley. And so, just like you said, this feature is a solution for a lot of customer problems. More specifically, looking at the next slide here, going more in depth to those target audiences to help use this feature as a solution. So just looking here, food and beverage, hospitality, cities and communities, retail, large public venues. What can you say for all of these different type of outlets and how this feature can actually play a part in providing a solution for them with Touchless Menu?
Well, I think a big thing to point out here is that obviously the audience that we're speaking to, the Meraki folks watching this, they support all of the verticals that are listed on this page today, and so do we. As a software provider, we find that we have a really good fit into every single one of these verticals. But that being said, if we're thinking specifically about the touchless menu, I think again everything we've mentioned from food and beverage, perfect target audience there. The use case makes perfect sense. But when you think about hospitality, we're even starting to see some states reopen and travel start to resume. So you've got hotels where, maybe you've got menus that are there, and they print them for breakfast, they print them for, the different times of day. So this certainly could be used in that vertical as well. Anywhere where that paper menu is being offered, this can replace that. And by replacing it, again, you're reducing that, human contact, you're reducing the amount of times that you may have to reprint those menus and simply just throw them away after that usage. As we start to look forward, cities and communities are going to resume back to normal as well. Retail, large public venues, all of those folks are going to start reopening. And I think there's a play for touchless menu in a lot of those other places as well. When I think about large public venues, every one of those typically has a concessions, a large concessions presence there. And all of those folks have menus as well. So let's just talk through the different opportunities. Again, I think, if we stay focused on food, beverage, hospitality right now, this is where we're going to find the immediate big fit. But we want to talk to you about different opportunities that you may be coming up against in some of the other verticals that you see here as well.
Yeah, that's a great point, Shelley. Something that comes to mind to me is we recently just worked with a direct client here in St. Pete regarding hospitality. A local hotel actually went with our touchless menu because of their tap room that they have on the property. So, they wanted to list their different drink options as well as, actually their meal menus, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, and then just like you said, with the large public venues, depending on the type of venue, you have theaters and stadiums. They have those concession stands. They have those items that they're wanting to sell to their customers. And so those are things, instead of going paper, perhaps rather go digital, save on the cost, create that simplicity for the guests and put that menu right on their phone devices as well. Right. As, yeah. And so then even cities and communities, you have certain places, they have event boards, things like that, put it on the touchless menu, really help to limit that, any sort of potential of the need for touch or, for the need of printing these sort of materials. Really help to eliminate that and create that simplicity with touchless menu. So there's a lot of opportunity there among a whole variety of different venues. So
I agree. And I think as Asa gets into the demo here, you'll see that, touchless menu is just a feature within a very robust platform that we offer. And so we want you guys to keep that in mind as you're going out and you're talking about touchless menu and you're introducing this to your clients. There's a whole ton of, really awesome marketing features and things that we do within the platform that we'd love to introduce to those same customers. So this is a great entry point, a great talking point to just, again, kind of get your customers thinking about solving problems today, but also looking, forward thinking and how to solve problems tomorrow as well.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, Shelley. Yeah, so just as you said, just as she mentioned, we are here in the product demo now of our presentation. So we'll start off with the front end demo, looking at the different options of how you can use Touchless Menu. I'll touch a little bit on the actual drag and drop builder of Touchless Menu, and then Shelley will jump in to talk more about the Meraki integration of it all. So let's go ahead and turn on my screen share. And we'll first start off with the menu only option of Touchless Menu. And so what you see here is that, like I said, you get that digital version of a classic menu look. Here we are demoing a type of burger restaurant joint. And so you would start off maybe with like the main type of entrees. Of course, for a burger shop, you're going to have the burgers. And so they would just be listed here. And so as the guests would move down the list, and just keep in mind as well that the content that you're seeing here is responsive to the type of device that the guests will be viewing this on. So if we were to take, and I can go ahead and scrunch this down, if we were to take this and move it down towards a phone view, as you see, you still get that responsiveness of the content. This would be more of a phone view, but the guests would still be able to see everything in a nice, clear, and condensed view. So, and as they would scroll down, come down to the sandwiches, finally the drinks, sides, and then desserts. And we'll get more into the drag and drop builder of it all. But this is really what it is. This is the main and a prominent point of Touchless Menu, is taking those physical menus that a lot of venues are working with and just recreating it into a digital environment. So this is Touchless Menu in the menu only aspect. However, you can use this feature to work along with the marketing for Wi-Fi platform. So if we were to look at that in the second demo, here we have the same sort of look. We have the Burger Central, the Burger Shop restaurant. We have the same sort of Touchless Menu look. This would look at, and then it would have the same sort of responsiveness when a guest is viewing it on their phone. However, when they were to come to the bottom of this page, what you'll see here is a button that will actually allow the guests to now continue on to connect to that free Wi-Fi.
I'll just touch on that drag and drop feature. I think, some of the customers that are using the product today love that drag and drop feature because they have daily specials. So it's very easy for them to come in and make changes, maybe it's a weekly special, just anything that they might need to change. It's very easy to do. And so that's certainly something that I've had a lot of feedback on. It's just the ease of use and functionality within the product.
Correct. Thank you for that, Shelley. But yeah, back to the Touchless Menu with marketing for Wi-Fi features. So we get the Touchless Menu. Guest continues on to free Wi-Fi. There they'll get the connect to Wi-Fi options, the different types of social sign-ins. Right now we got the Facebook or email, some of the most prominent types of social sign-in options. And what's important here is that we see that you still have some of the main features of marketing for Wi-Fi after a guest uses the social sign-in options. One being what we're looking at right now is that URL redirect. So what's important about that is that we have had some questions before about, there we go. But so some very important questions that we've had in regards to the Touchless Menu is people have been curious about, well, can this be used for a type of ordering type of a feature after they've looked at the menu? And so those are all great questions, but keep in mind the main aspect of Touchless Menu is the simplicity, but also the versatility of being able to just recreate a physical menu into the digital environment. Marketing for Wi-Fi is where you want to look more into using the platform as those type of in-depth features. So, say that a venue has a web page on their website for ordering items, you can use the URL redirect for a customer in order to make those sort of aspects happen. But where touchless menu comes in is that ability to just recreate that digital version, and as some of the main points that we talked about, just creating that sanitary environment for guests, that eco-friendly aspect for the venue on limiting the amount of paper that needs to be printed, as well as getting rid of the cost of going to disposable menus, and of course the simplicity of quick updates and the user-friendly aspect of having the menu right on a guest's phone. I think I went far too back here. Yep. And so how that all works in terms of those updates is the drag and drop builder. As we see here, we'll get rid of. So then, as we see here, there's two ways that a client could go about using the drag and drop builder for touchless menu. As you see here in this section, we have snippets specifically built out for the client if they want to use single snippets, such as the one here, and the different varieties. We have snippets that are specifically text heavy, or others that come with options to add in photos as well of the menu items. But then what you see down below here are also templates that we've fully built out for a client to potentially use. The one that we're looking at right now is your typical menu design, just set to a digital aspect. So we have our appetizers, sides, entrees, drinks, and desserts. And so then what the client can do here is just go through each section, add in their items as they see fit, adjust the price, and then they would have their menu built out. So, but what they could also do, and this is another option that we want to make sure that we have for the clients, is the ability to add in a photo version of their menu. So it's the same type of look. We have the welcome title here, but as you see down below, it's just a simple upload image. The client will locate that file on their device that they're building this menu on. They'll upload that file into the builder, and then they'll have their menu look. And editing is a breeze. They'll just go back to that touchless menu. They'll click the edit option, and then either they'll upload a specific item that needs either a description change, name change, price change, or if they updated their menu and have a new file version of it, they can simply just re-upload that new version into the builder. They'll then go on to save those changes, give it a name, and then there they have their touchless menu. So really simple, but really efficient at the same time. So let's go ahead and just restart.
So I know one of the questions that's come up, Asa, is, if I sell to a customer who doesn't have the rest of the platform, what does a touchless menu customer see when they log in? I don't know if maybe you want to speak to that, or.
Yeah, so if a client is using touchless menu solely for the aspect of that feature alone, without the other features of marketing for Wi-Fi, what a Wi-Fi guest is going to see is just that touchless menu aspect alone. So they won't see the buttons to connect to the free Wi-Fi. They won't see the social sign-in options. They won't get that URL redirect to a different web page. What they're going to be seeing is just that digital version of the menu. But we ourselves here at GoZone have already had quite a bit of people come on just to use the touchless menu feature alone, just because of that ability of not having to worry about the printable menus, not having to worry about guests handling a physical menu, just knowing that a guest can pull out their phone, connect to that network ID, and then just get their menu right on a guest phone. That provides a lot of clients that ease of mind, knowing that they can have that menu built one time and not have to worry about it again. Or if there's a menu change, knowing that there's that simple editing ability, either they can go right in, they can have someone from our, they can give a shout to somebody marketing team. We're always happy to help out our clients as well. We're able to hop in, make that quick change for them, and make that update on the fly. So that's what people who are, wanting to use the touchless menu feature solely alone should expect to see, is just that menu feature, just the ability to create a digital version of a venue's menu.
That's great. That's great. And I think, it's really cool that, we still have the look and feel of the dashboard. It's definitely, I believe, sparked interest with a few of the customers who have already upgraded to marketing for Wi-Fi, right? They start out with the touchless menu and just from pure, just wanting to know more, they have already upgraded. So keep that in mind. Again, this is certainly something that we want you to use as a lead in. But hopefully they're going to see the value of the entire platform. So I do want to talk a little bit about integration. It's, we're fully interoperable with the Meraki hardware today. For us, we are simply the software overlay. So it's really just a flip of the switch for us to get you guys, or your customers rather, up and running. There's a few simple steps that we're going to run through when we set up the dashboard. Literally like 10 steps, but you're going to, go into the Meraki dashboard, you're going to move over to wireless and into the access control. From there, you're simply going to select the SSID that you want to be configured to the smart Wi-Fi platform. We go through a couple of other steps there. We're going to make sure that you've got radius accounting enabled. That's definitely something that's really important. We want to make sure that if you don't see it enabled or that option there, you just simply go back to your Meraki teams and make sure that that is enabled. And from there, we've got a couple of more steps. We're going to be sure to append the walled garden to include any other domains that we want to have displayed there. And that's really it. So 10 easy steps to, configure the software on top of the Meraki hardware access points. We've got a very simple checklist that you or your customers will follow, and we can even go in and do some testing once it's fully configured to ensure that everything has been set up correctly. So it's super easy. I don't want to, oversimplify, but again, it's literally just a few simple steps, and if we're following that checklist, it should be as easy as just flipping the lights on. So why do Meraki partners choose GoZone? There are other folks in this space offering similar solutions. Well, I will tell you, again, specifically to Touchless, we're the only ones in the industry doing this. And, it was thanks to the smarts of our CEO, Todd Myers, while we were, really early on here with the COVID-19, and he knew that this was going to be a challenge when folks started resuming back to business as usual. And so, again, we're the only ones who can deliver this solution today. But on top of that, there's a lot of other reasons. We're a US-based team. We've got local support here to handhold on pre-sales, post-sales. The touchless menu opportunities may not be too complicated. But the hope here, again, is that these guys are going to see the value of the full marketing for Wi-Fi platform that helps them with, social media engagement, getting more detailed guest analytics, the powerful marketing tools that are embedded in the product, and all of those new branding opportunities that we talked about. The ultimate goal is to, maybe implement that solution as well. And just know that we've got a big team here in the US ready to handhold and help you guys to sell the product. Again, we're fully interoperable with the Meraki platforms. We continue to innovate. We continue to do more, just as you guys are doing more with your cameras and all of those good things. We constantly look at how can we provide more interoperability there with the hardware so that our customers are able to do more with both platforms. And then I think, the last thing I want to touch on is that the channel programs that we have allow you guys to really see some very high margin. Our MSP program is a program that allows partners to own an instance of the dashboard themselves. They have the ability to set these customers up in a hierarchy structure, giving customers access to the platform if they want to go in and look at the data. We offer the platform that we offer really makes up a smart Wi-Fi suite, and we're the only ones in the space that sell the product this way. So again, lots of differentiators, lots of reasons why, we want you to reach out and work with us. But let's just stay focused on touchless menu and what's, available today to go out and position in front of some of the restaurant business owners that are getting back to work. And that's exactly what we can do here together. So with that, we certainly appreciate your time. All of my information is listed here. I've got a great team behind me, and I will pull these guys in as needed. If you want to go a little more deeper dive from a technical perspective, we've got folks who can assist there. And more than anything, just reach out. Just let us know what kind of opportunities you have, what you're looking at. We will do the heavy hand holding. We don't expect you to be product experts, but now you've got enough information to go out and be dangerous around touchless menu. And we certainly hope to hear from you soon.
Yep. Thank you all for joining us again today. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to talking again soon. Thank you.